Thank you very much. That is all done now. Excellent. We're so close. Just a little bit to move. Then I just need to get the piping done and then we're good. How's the oxygen holding out? It is not. There's a little bit of oxygen down here, but not that much. That surprises me. What priority are they? Ah. They might not be getting enough water. No, they are definitely emitting oxygen, but it's just not very fast. Right, okay, we're done. This needs to be autoed. You're only allowed out of there now. As soon as someone closes that door, we can get a hamster wheel up and running. It's not going to be a very enjoyable time, I promise you, but it's an important time all the same. These do need to be built. There we go, well done. I no longer want people to be able to enter, but I do want them to be able to leave. Food has decayed. Ah, well, poop. Ah, that polluted oxygen down here is messing with things. That's fine to have that set up because they'll only move things that I've got storage set up for, which is namely the polluted oxygen. What have we got over here? More barbecue. What? Fantastic timing. I accept. Please shift that before... No! No! You scoundrels, you ate most of my barbecue. What? Scoundrels. I'm so happy that you play Oxygen Not Included, Aavak. It's too complex for me to figure it out, but I love watching you play and explain everything. Oh, thank you, Obsidian Miss. That's really kind of you to say. Cheers. Right. Well, finally, I'm going to want this one to stop around 70%, let's say. And start back up at about 50%. Once we've got this running, should be good. This needs to be a very, very high priority right now. Running until the battery is at 90%. Well, actually, no. Once the battery is below 20%. Now, this will start filling all of this up, but none of this is going to be pumped. So what we want is keep going until there's basically nothing in here. Just keep pumping it all out. Just all of it out. I will actually have to delete this. Fairly certain because there's going to be stuff stuck in there. But... that will be holding a little bit of gas in it, so I'm gonna have to stick a vent over here just to let that off, let its gas out fully. In fact, I could have done that to begin with, realistically speaking. We'll just see. I want this one to pretty much have exactly the same settings, honestly. It's 20% and an 8. There we go. Now, initially, we're just going to be pumping CO2 into the base, so yeah, it's not going to be particularly nice, guys. But on the plus side, this is for the betterment of all. Yeah, not the best time that, but no, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. You know what? CO2 is just going to make you sleepy. Really sleepy. You won't know why, because actual CO2 has no smell. It's a silent killer. You can't differentiate it. You just kind of feel weird. We've got no means to sense the smell of CO2. Of course it has a smell. Everything has a smell. Glass, plastic, hair, oxygen, nitrogen. Everything has a distinct smell. It's whether you've got the right, you know, nasal equipment to detect it. We don't. By the way, if Stationeers ever does actually meet its goal of becoming a kind of a modern reimagining of what's the name of that game now? Oh my lord! Space Station 13. There we go. There we are. If it ever does become that, and there are traitor rounds, trust me, be the traitor Atmos technician. It is the easiest way. Easiest way. Nidhogg, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime there for 4 months. The best way to wipe out pretty much everyone else on the station, if that's your goal. If the goal isn't to kill everyone, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. You know, you should do only what you need to do. Be a ghost shadow, in, out. Don't ever let anyone know that you were even there. But if your objective is to kill X many people, or all of the monkeys on the station from the labs, or just kill some very hard to get to people like the heads of various stations, the best thing to do is, as an Atmos technician, just quietly switch out the filters. Just go around as part of your job, checking all of the atmospherics alarms, and just, you know, quietly just snipping the wires so they're no longer connected to the APC which is powering them, so they're not going to let anyone know that, oh wait, the oxygen is a bit weird right now. And then just after you've done a little bit of prep work, allowed a little bit of time to go in the station, so, you know, inevitably people who don't really quite know how to do their job, like, you know, engineers who don't know how to start up the main reactor, have started breaking stuff and everyone's in a bit of a panic. Just quietly switch over the oxygen and the CO2 supply. It's basically reverse the scrubbers. No one will know what's happening, but they'll just start passing out randomly in the corridors. By the time people work out, oh wait, we really need gas masks. Why weren't the Atmos alarms going off? It's too late. They're all dead. Or you've gone the extra mile and went around all of the emergency gas masks and filled the oxygen tanks with CO2. That is a special level of cruel, because people think they're safe, but they're not. They just put the gas mask on and they're like, haha, I'm fine. Why am I passing out? I've got a gas mask on. It's like, yeah, but did you check what was in the gas tank, though? I know it says O2 on the bottle, but that doesn't mean there's O2 in the bottle. Ah, it's good times. Good times as an Atmos tech. Seriously, the biggest enemy for anyone in that game is assumptions. It says O2 on this bottle. That must mean it's full of breathable oxygen. Oh, no. It really does not. Dark Aavak loves playing Space Station 13. I haven't played Barotrauma, but I'm starting to regret not having ever played it. It sounds like a pretty awesome game. I was starting to see more and more vacuum in there now. Come on, just a little bit more. There we go. And pump. Perfect vacuum. All right, now then. Quickly now. Tonk. No, actually, technically we still need this there. Cancel the deconstruct on that. Cancel. One day I may well stream a little bit of Space Station 13. It's just one of those games that the devs don't like you streaming because there's so much metagaming involved with that sort of stuff. Hey, Detrius, how are you doing, mate? And thank you so much for the 50 months. How does playing Space Station 13 as a non-bad guy work, by the way? It can actually be incredibly fun. Sometimes there is no traitor and they just don't let you know. So you just spend time. Honestly, just try to do your job. Whatever job you've got. If you're the janitor, try to keep the floors clean. Try not to forget to put up the floor is wet sign. Or, I don't know, mistakenly mop the floors with organic super lubricant instead of water. Yeah, because that isn't fun. That isn't fun if someone's pelting their way down the corridor because it needs... You know, just some sort of an assistant is pelting their way down the corridor because someone needs to get more medical supplies to medbay because there's been a breakout of some sort of xenomorph attack on one of the mining asteroids, and they run over organic super lubricant and suddenly smash their face into the wall the other end of the corridor and die. That sucks. If you're the janitor, be the janitor. Unless you're the traitor janitor, in which case organic super lubricant is the way to go. Thank you so much, Ladybug Isabel. That's incredibly kind of you. Diolch yn fawr. Oh, Hype Train is up. My lord. Aavak, I imagine the best way to stream Space Station 13 is to record a game and then react to it on stream. Oh, ooh, I like it. That's a really good idea, Sheelab. Wow, that's a super good idea. Can I get an answer as to what game this is, please? Do you mean the game I'm playing? Or the game that we're talking about? Space Station 13. It's a game on Beyond. Though there is a kind of a modern remake, though it's nowhere near like the multiplayer capacity of Space Station 13, which is called Stationeers. Thank you so much for all of the cheers and all of the resubs there. We're up to 67% of the way towards a level 3 hype train already. That is amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. This is fantastic. It's really enormously encouraging. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr. This is pretty much almost as soon as another hype train could be activated, by the way. This is fantastic. Oh, Belial has a sub to give away. Who wants it? Speak now, forever hold your peace. There we are, like the shore and the sea. Well done. You were in there pretty quickly. Give it to Aavak. No one gives him any subs. Lack of a better name. That's quite cute. Thank you. We're up to 90% of the way to Hype Train level 3. Well done, everyone. I hope you can enjoy your new emotes, by the way. I was so happy they added more. I felt quite sad when I finished collecting them all. Oh, diolch yn fawr for all of the cheers. Ballistic Sam, for Full Metal, Shackle Draconis, Obsidian Mist. Diolch. Pyro to Kitten. I love that name. There we go. We've completed Hype Train level 3. I believe we are on our way to Hype Train level 4 right now. Kazu Hiroriko. I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you very much for the cheers there. Hello, Rodrigo Henriquez. Or is the H silent or pronounced? I'm really not sure about that. Is it Rodrigo Enriquez? I do apologize. I must sound so ignorant, but I do try to learn. Thank you very much, Ainin. Aavak, did you ever check on hard mode for the trains? Since we were talking about that, you know what? I never did. I really should. I really should. You're Brazilian. Well, hello to you in Brazil. I am saying hello to you from Scotland. Diolch yn fawr, Losbury. Thank you very much for this gift sub there. That was really kind of you. I haven't had a look into it, though. But if anyone has the time to, I would be forever in your debt. If you could just, check out what I would need to click. So on and so forth. Thank you very much, Sorel the Soul. Kazuhiro Rico. Kazuhiro Rico. Is that a bit better? Frary, thank you very much for the cheer as well, mate. I need someone on these hamster wheels now. Like super now. Actually, no, I don't. What am I saying? That's a lie! I'm telling you fibs. I do apologize for my fibs. What I need is to connect this up. Now, before I let anything go on there, if this is above 500 grams, then I want these to activate. Actually, I'm going to make this one 750. That one can be 500. These two are 750. This one needs to be above 10,000 for now, because I want to allow a skin of hydrogen to develop. There we go. Water is flowing in. And electrolyzers are active. Hydrogen all over the place in the places it shouldn't be. Which is... Oh, dear. Before I allow all this out... Oh, poop. I have connected it all up, haven't I? Yeah, I don't want hydrogen getting in the base because I'll never get it back out again. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Someone. Now. Go, 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 go. No, don't stop to breathe. Don't stop to breathe. Ah, no. Someone else. Ah, my goodness. Right. Let's pop an event. Donk. These are super important, so could you actually get those done online for me? There we go. It's oxygen in there right now, but there's no guarantee that it's always going to be oxygen. Though it's getting close to that point. So allow that oxygen out, then you can breathe around here. It's going to be grand. Ah, breath. Breath. It's marvellous stuff. Chris Dragon Senpai. Oh, thank you, my dear Lord Aavak. This stream is an absolute godsend. Thank you for making my evening with getting noms in the cold rain. Oh, I'm sorry that you had to go out in the rain to get noms. Graham Cracker Sunday. Thank you very much for the resub there. Second month, best month. We are so close to the level 4 hype train being complete. We're at 96% of the way there. Thank you very much, Sir Althasol, for the gift sub there. Thank you. Apparently, in the level goals section of the hype train section, in your partner, you can select the difficulty of your hype train goal. I will have a look at this. And there we go. Thank you very much, Pyro to Kitten. And Ballistic Sam. And Melissa Riddle for the gift sub as well. And Sleepy Zoe for the cheer as well. We are well into level 5 territory now. We're on our way to level 5. Yep, I sent Aavak DM on Discord with the info. Thank you so much, Bilal. I'll have a look into that. We're 10% of the way to make that 27% of the way to Hype Train level 5. Thank you all so very, very much. Diolch yn fawr, pawb. Right. Hopefully we can get this skin of... skin of hydrogen up there. I'm going to let it build up some more pressure first. There we go. Hydrogen's starting to cause a gas lock. Just a little bit more needed. Just a wee bit more. On the plus side, this place is going to be super breathable compared to everywhere else. Everyone who gets to work over here is in a good place. Yeah, you see, now this isn't such a bad job, is it? No. For doing this job, you get to breathe. Yeah, that's right. Perks of the trade. Look at how breathable this is. How glorious and wondrous. Right, okay, this is good. Right, let's set this to active all the time. Suck out all of that oxygen, please and thank you. Every last little bit. Right, okay, now stop. Now this should only activate when there is above 500 grams of pressure there. We're up to 47% of the way to the Hype Train level 5. Thank you so much for the resubscription, Fitzamiga. 23 months. And Palomorti, thank you very much for the cheer as well. Diolch. And Ockham as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're at 48% of the way there now, with just a little bit over half the time left to get to the finish line. We've got 2 minutes and, well, coming up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Every time you crest a level, it increases the time you got by a little bit. I need to set this. I need to stop pumping just so this has time to vent out all of the contents in here. Because there are different gases in there, it's taking a lot of time to dump everything out. There we go. Some of the hydrogen's getting out now. That's right, just let it all out. It's because we're only allowing it out in little bits. Bit of my problem there. But at this point, we don't want this vent. So deconstruct that vent, please. And finally, connect this up. There we go. Oh, wow. Sorella Sol, thank you so much for the gifts there. Another 5 gift subs. Sorella Sol has given away 23 gifts on the channel so far. Full Metal, thank you for the cheer. Kazuhiro. Oh, actually, let me go back up and see how you told me to say your name, because I'm Kazuhiro Rico. There we go. Kazuhiro Rico, thank you very much for the cheer as well. And Ballistic Sam with a whopping great bit bomb as well. We're up to 177% of the way to Hype Train level 5. Thank you, everyone. Electrona, I'm off for today, but Aavak, I wanted to say thank you for the streams while I've been working from home. I go back on the road for work next week and won't be able to watch as much, but it's been really nice. Oh, it's wonderful to hear that. I'm so glad that you've enjoyed the streams. Oh, diolch yn fawr, Sleepy Zoe. Typing is hard. Yeah, I completely agree with that, yep. I always get typing wrong. Sometimes it's not even the typing, it's just straight up my spelling. But we're at 178% of the way to Hype Train level 5, thank you. Or rather, you know, past the threshold. 78% of the way past the threshold of Hype Train level 5. Thank you, everyone. It's incredibly kind of you. Now, if we can get that deconstructed, we can get some oxygen into the base and people will be relatively happy, I would imagine. I can only assume. Right, this is now over pressure, so it's actually not dumping out any more oxygen here. But let's just remove that anyway, just so that all of the oxygen is being sent inside. Right, has this emptied out? Yes. Yes, it has. In that case, we need to do a few things. 1, delete all of that. 2, delete that on a 9 as well. And 3, we want to hook this vent up. Like so. There we are. And as soon as that is all done, we can activate the Atmos sensor. And we should have enough hydrogen there to just start this running properly. But there we go. We've managed to get Hype Train level 5. Feel free to share your new Hype Train emotes. I've got Hype Racer. Looks like Sir Aldosol and Losbury have got Hype Love. Very nice indeed. Hype Block for a couple of you. Chris, Dragon Senpai, thank you so much for the subscription at 4 months. Thank you, mate. I think you did get in there on the Hype Train. I would hope so. But that was so kind of you. Thank you, everyone. That's the second Tier 5 Hype Train we've had this stream so far in just 3 hours. You've no idea how motivating that is. Thank you so, so much, everyone. Oh, and that can also be deconstructed, actually. There we go. Right, let's set this one to above 500. Donk. There we go. Plenty of hydrogen being fed into the system. Hydrogen Jenny is turning on, or was. At this point, we probably can afford to tear these down. So let's pull those down. No longer need that power there. This is being deactivated through the automation network. Oh my lord. There we go. That is way too much in there. Let's pull that all the way down to 50% and all this all the way down to 30%. There we go. This should be the threshold at which it turns things off. Yeah, red signal will be sent when it gets to this point. Green signal will be sent when it gets down to that point. That is hooked up correctly, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Can't actually see how much charge it's got, unfortunately, but that should now be self-powering. Hence the name, a SPOM, a self-powered oxygen maker. Our oxygen woes are now a thing of the past. Oh, you didn't get any hyper modes. I'm sorry, Zoe. Tell you what. Punk. Let me just do a thing. The internet is being slow. There you go. I'm sorry you didn't manage to get in on the hype train. Hopefully that'll make up for it, though. It won't give you any hyper modes, but you get all the dapper modes, and let's be honest, they're better, I think. You're more than welcome. I hope that cheered you up a little bit. Right. Okay. Oxygen! There is some in the base. It is glorious times. My dupes, they are happy. Mostly, I think, possibly. I could put in a switch that shuts this down should we have a bit too much heat. It's definitely a thing I could do, actually. Whether it is a thing I do, I don't know. See, the thing is, these do generate quite a lot of heat. What would be better is we get a proper system up and running for it. Oh, it's all right, Sarah. That's all. I'm actually already talking with Jackie about getting a couple of new emotes done, but that's very, very kind of you to offer. Thank you. We'll be a little ways away from opening up any more emote slots, but I will let you know when we have spares. Okay, presumably you saying something about coffee was why that wasn't said. I mean, it's, well, I mean, the devil's brew is a bad word. It isn't polite in dapper conversation. No. Joking. You drink what you want to drink. But it's just a bit of a running gag. Supplying. I mean, having someone else who supplies. There's a lot of people with supplying. My God, all of that strength. And now that we have got food, do we have any blossom seeds? We don't have any blossom seeds. I wouldn't mind getting some blossom seeds, because you know what blossom seeds do? You know what blossom seeds do? They create a little bit of what's the word? Floral scent. You say you like tea better anyway. Oh, that's wonderful. I am glad. Blossom seed is not going to grow in this colony for a long time. Why is that exactly? For heat reasons? If so, it's still worth me picking up the seeds. Because again, the moment I've got a glossy Draco, then we have effectively access to infinite heat deletion. Well, I mean, with a little bit of work. Once we actually seal this off as well, it's going to be a little bit better besides. But we do need to start now thinking about this. Like, we genuinely need to start thinking about this. It's been over long that we haven't, really. We no longer need you, I'm afraid. So we're going to be changing you up. For... Whomp. Will that actually delete them? You know what? I don't think it does it? No, it doesn't. That's a shame. Okay. Is there an auto uproot button? I don't think there is. That's a pain in the bum, but alright. I'm going to set up a little bit more mealwood down here, just for the sake of it. Last Mikoi just subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much, mate. Covet the colony's heart into keeping its tea perpetually warm. Convert the colony's heat. Right. Yes, I agree. I mean, we could also convert their heart, because the heart does produce quite a lot of heat. As far as a muscle, any muscle does, it's a muscle that does a lot of work. Perhaps we could just like install some sort of heat siphon into everyone's chest. A little operation, little heart plug, just siphons off a little bit of heat to keep a small flask of tea warm at all times. Got some new teas today to try. First time I've tried chai. It was interesting. It definitely is a bit of an acquired taste. Definitely. Yeah, we're changing the oxfern to mealwood because now we've got plenty of oxygen coming through. And lots of water to deal with it. Like crazy amounts. We're good for now. But I think getting a... there's a few things that I want to do. I want to get a hatch ranch up. And I want to get a Draco ranch up. These are two pretty important things for me. They will be external to the colony. I don't see a reason to not have them external. And along those lines, I will be... Oh, let me get this down here. Dunk, dunk, dunk. The Draco colony will basically just be submerged in hydrogen. There's no reason not to. It will be mealwood because ultimately I want the glossy Dracos. But they will have plenty of hydrogen, so they will be regrowing their scales at all times. Chocolate chai? My lord. That sounds amazing. And yeah, chai does mean tea. Yeah, there's a little bit of trivia there. But it is also a blend of tea. It's a particular blend. It's a more of a spice-heavy blend. Tonk. 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 We're going to get all of this cleaned up. This whole thing excavated. Generally, when I play, I actually typically excavate everything up to the abyssalites. But on this particular biome, it's not really built that way. The abyssalite don't mark heat boundaries so much as just pockets of things that are very, very hot. But everything else is just hot. Just the regular sort of hot. Asriel, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime there. I am faring well, thank you. I hope you are too. And that goes to everyone, actually. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. It's way too easy not to. As much as I like to imagine I'm good at it, I'm not.